What if I told you that the type of erections you believed were permanently gone could be regained with a simple white powder that you could find in practically every kitchen cabinet? The majority of guys believe that pills are the sole option. The fact is, however, that your body can still react. All it needs are the correct circumstances. This is when the exciting part begins. Restoring that natural firmness may be possible with a simple, low-cost substance you already have in your kitchen. Baking soda. It's just regular baking soda. Let me explain why it works, how to use it properly, and the potent effects it can provide when paired with a few easy habits before you head straight to the cabinet. Follow me through to the finish because I'll explain how to make it and drink it properly for optimal results, as well as other natural ways to increase its health advantages. Let's begin with the explanation. Arousal is not the only factor in erections. 3 things must cooperate for them to be a full-body experience. Strong testosterone to drive desire and performance, open blood vessels that facilitate easy blood flow, and sensitive nerves that allow your brain and body to communicate clearly. Each of these systems starts to evolve over time. Plaque can cause arteries to harden, constricting the passages and slowing the rate at which blood can flow through them. After the age of 30, testosterone levels generally decline, frequently by 1% to 2% annually. Additionally, this gradual deterioration erodes firmness, energy, and desire. Your capacity to remain hard once blood comes is further diminished by the weakening of the pelvic floor muscles, which are the secret muscles that trap blood in the penis and are not utilized or trained. And that's only one aspect of the situation. Lifestyle choices fuel the flames. Cortisol, a hormone that reduces testosterone and limits blood flow, is released into the body as a result of prolonged stress. An unhealthy diet causes inflammation, which irritates the prostate and clogs arteries. You lose the deep sleep necessary for blood vessel repair and testosterone production when you don't get enough sleep. These minor adjustments accumulate over time until you eventually realize your erections are getting weaker. They no longer feel as fulfilling or last as long as they used to. Here's the good news now. A large portion of this reduction is temporary. Your body can adapt to anything. Firmness frequently returns if you concentrate on boosting hormonal balance, reducing inflammation, and reestablishing circulation. Baking soda is useful in this situation. This straightforward natural substance can assist in restoring your body's equilibrium, lowering acidity, enhancing oxygen transport, and restoring your blood vessels' ability to function. Sodium bicarbonate or baking soda may seem too commonplace to have any effect on anything as complicated as erections. The majority of people only consider it to be an ingredient for baking or something to store in the refrigerator to absorb smells. However, it can have a surprisingly strong effect inside the body. First, baking soda aids in pH balance. When your blood gets excessively acidic, which can be caused by processed meals, sugary diets, alcohol, and even long-term stress, an irritation of your blood vessels occurs. Inflammation is encouraged by acidic surroundings. Additionally, inflammation reduces the flexibility of arteries. Consider attempting to force water through a constricted and toughened hose. The pressure decreases as the flow slows down. What occurs in your blood vessels is just that. Baking soda lessens this inflammation by gradually bringing the body back toward a more alkaline condition, which permits blood vessels to relax and blood to flow more freely. Additionally, erections typically get better when blood flows more freely. Second, by lowering lactic acid accumulation, baking soda enhances circulation. Athletes occasionally consume baking soda water prior to endurance competitions for this reason. Muscle contraction and inadequate oxygen uptake result in the production of lactic acid. When too much accumulates, oxygen delivery slows and muscles feel drained and heavy.
Podcast studio.
By buffering and neutralizing this
Today, I am
acid,
talking about
baking soda
your
makes it
daily
possible for
routine.
oxygen to pass through the
Welcome to
bloodstream
my
more
daily
effectively.
health podcast studio.
Oxygen serves as much
Today,
more
I
than
am
simply
talking
brain and
about
muscle
your
fuel.
daily routine.
For the erectile tissue,
Welcome
it
to
is
my
essential.
daily health podcast
When it comes to
studio.
erections, the
Today,
fluid that
I
keeps
am
the system
talking about
functioning is
your
oxygen-rich
daily
blood,
routine.
and the core is a
Welcome to my
hydraulic
daily
event.
health podcast studio.
Lastly, Baking
Today,
soda
I am
aids in the
talking
removal of
about your
pollutants and
daily
promotes renal
routine.
function.
Welcome to
The
my
kidneys
daily health
assist in
podcast
managing blood
studio.
pressure, filtering waste, and
Today, I am
maintaining fluid
talking
balance.
about your daily
Circulation
routine.
deteriorates and hormone
Welcome to
balance
my
may
daily
change when
health
kidneys are
podcast
overworked
studio.
or irritated.
Today, I am talking
Baking
about
soda
your
indirectly
daily
safeguards
routine.
testosterone synthesis
Welcome to
and
my
even
daily
promotes
health
prostate health
podcast
by reducing the
studio.
strain on the kidneys.
Today, I am talking
Sustaining
about your
energy,
daily
firmness, and
routine.
desire requires both
Welcome
of
to my
these.
daily health
This is where
podcast
most men go
studio.
wrong. So let's get
Today,
down
I
to
am
business.
talking about
You
your
can't
daily
anticipate miracles by
routine.
simply scooping a
Welcome to
large
my
quantity of
daily
baking
health
soda and putting it
podcast
in your
studio.
mouth. As a matter
Today,
of
I am
fact,
talking
doing
about
so is
your
likely to cause
daily
gas,
routine.
upset your stomach,
Welcome to my
and
daily
possibly
health
even disrupt your
podcast
body's
studio.
natural sodium balance.
Today, I am
The right
talking
approach is
about your
methodical,
daily
compassionate, and
routine.
reliable. The
Welcome to
basis
my
is
daily health
straightforward. Pour
podcast
yourself a
studio.
glass of warm water
Today,
first.
I am
It feels
talking about
pleasingly warm
your
to the touch,
daily
neither hot nor
routine.
cold. Your
Welcome to
body
my
absorbs the
daily
mixture
health.
more easily when the digestive tract is relaxed by warm water. Just half a teaspoon of baking soda should be added to this glass. Even though it might not seem like much, it is more than enough to change the chemistry of your body. Stir until all of the baking soda has been dissolved. Grain should not be visible sitting at the bottom or floating on the surface. The solution should seem transparent with a slight haze. Don't down it all at once when drinking it. Allow your tummy to adapt before taking a sip. The goal is defeated if you drink it too quickly because it can lead to bloating or belching. Consider it a ritual of relaxation rather than a race. Give the baking soda and water time to dissolve and start working. It is best consumed 30 to 45 minutes prior to bedtime. The timing is crucial. At night, particularly in the initial portion of your sleep cycle, your body repairs itself most deeply. At this time, your neurological system recovers from the stress of the day, your arteries and veins relax, and testosterone is released in pulses. You can maximize the effectiveness of these natural repair mechanisms by reducing acidity and reducing inflammation right before bed. The effects manifest as firmer erections, more testosterone, and improved blood flow when you wake up. This is where you need to exercise caution, though. Avoid making the mistake of believing that more is better. In an attempt to get quicker effects, many men are tempted to take a whole teaspoon or even more. In reality, the opposite occurs. Excessive consumption of baking soda can lead to bloating, upset stomach, and high blood sodium levels, which strain the kidneys and increase blood pressure. The sweet spot is tiny, regulated, and constant, about half a teaspoon. Your body will gradually return to equilibrium in this manner without experiencing any negative consequences, and the advantages increase every week. What occurs then when this nightly routine is added? The initial indications are modest yet positive for many men. Digestion usually feels lighter over the first week. After dinner, that lethargic, heavy feeling begins to subside. Deeper and less disrupted sleep is achieved. Additionally, bloating that seemed typical starts to go away. Despite being little indicators, these show that your internal environment is changing for the better. It gets more difficult to ignore the changes after the second or third week. Morning firmness frequently begins to reappear, sometimes little at first, then steadily as the days pass. Both during intercourse and during the day, the body feels more responsive, erections last longer, and sensitivity increases. Mood improves, confidence starts to regain, and energy levels increase. Additionally, keep in mind that this is not a quick fix that will leave you exhausted after fooling your system for a few hours. Your body's normal mending cycles will be aided by this reset. You remain constant every night. You're retraining your nerves, hormones, and circulation to work as they were intended to. The advancements build upon one another over time, until a steady return to strength replaces what felt like a disheartening fall. Consider it a form of retraining your body to regain equilibrium. Nor pushing, nor resisting, but directing it. Your performance will become more consistent, and your mornings will begin to feel more like they did years ago the more you practice this. That small adjustment can change a man's life, because it does more than only get erections back. It brings back vitality and self-assurance. Baking soda has a lot of power, but its effects are enhanced when it is used in conjunction with easy, helpful behaviors. Consider these lifestyle choices as the reinforcements that give the construction strength and durability, and the drink is the foundation. First and foremost, stay hydrated. A vital component of erections is fluid equilibrium. Your heart and blood arteries must work harder just to pump blood around when it is thick from dehydration. As a result, blood finds it more difficult to swiftly and fully reach the erectile tissue. Drinking water consistently throughout the day, rather than just at night, provides your body with the fluid it needs to maintain easy and fluid circulation. Many men are shocked to learn that even something as basic as drinking more water can increase energy, focus, and stamina in addition to erections. Nutrition comes next, especially nitrate-rich meals. In terms of producing nitric oxide, the substance that relaxes blood arteries and permits them to expand wide, beets, spinach, and arugula are winners. These foods complement each other when combined with baking soda's balancing effect. While nitrates signal vessels to widen, baking soda lessens the inflammation that causes them to narrow. When combined, they produce a potent blood flow environment. Another component is testosterone support. Foods high in zinc, such as beef, oysters, and pumpkin seeds, as well as healthy fats like nuts, olive oil, or salmon, provide your body with the building blocks it needs to maintain high testosterone levels. Keep in mind that testosterone is more than just desire. It directly affects stamina, firmness, and confidence. Your nightly ritual will benefit even more if you support it naturally. Then there is the element of relaxation, which is frequently disregarded. One of the biggest things that kills erections is stress. Blood arteries constrict and testosterone levels fall when your stress hormone, cortisol, is excessively elevated. However, the solution is easy. Before bed, just 5 minutes of deep breathing, meditation, or gentle stretching decreases cortisol levels and puts your body in a state of rest and recovery. You are giving your system every opportunity to heal and rejuvenate when you combine it with a glass of baking soda water. Before bed, just 5 minutes of deep breathing, meditation, or gentle stretching decreases cortisol levels and puts your body in a state of rest and recovery. You are giving your system every opportunity to heal and rejuvenate when you combine it with a glass of baking soda water. Lastly, remember the significance of pelvic floor training. The precise muscles that hold blood inside the penis and stop it from seeping out too quickly are strengthened by Kegel exercises and glute bridges. Longer-lasting firmness and improved control during intimacy are indicative of stronger muscles. By itself, each of these behaviors has an impact. However, when mixed with baking soda, they turn a basic beverage into a potent ritual that improves vitality and erections alike. One tiny decision at a time, you can stack the odds in your favor and achieve significant outcomes in this way. Now for a crucial note. Baking soda is not something to be taken lightly, even though it is easy and affordable. It can be a useful natural remedy when used in moderation. However, it might cause issues when used excessively or under inappropriate conditions. When taken in tiny, controlled dosages, baking soda is generally safe for the majority of healthy. However, you must use caution if you have specific medical issues. Because baking soda includes sodium, which can further raise blood pressure, men with high blood pressure should exercise caution. Fluid imbalances may result from your body's inefficient processing of sodium if you have kidney disease. Additionally, you should not start a sodium-restricted diet without medical supervision if your doctor has prescribed one. The most important factor is dosage. Don't take more than 1 teaspoon daily. To safely change your body's chemistry, take half a teaspoon in water before bed, manner. You won't get faster results if you take more. It will just make bloating, gas, or discomfort more likely. Additionally, it may occasionally even throw off your mineral balance. Here, consistency, not excess, is the aim. Consider it a mild nudge, not a forceful shove to your body's systems night after night. Because your body has time to adapt, heal, and repair, a small amount taken every day creates a long-lasting effect. High dosages have the opposite effect. They may even disrupt the very processes you are attempting to assist, shock your system, and have adverse impacts. Now, let's assemble this. After 50, erections don't have to go away. Your body still has the capacity for strong organic firmness. All it needs is the proper setting. A straightforward glass of baking soda water before bed can help create the conditions for rock-hard erections in the morning by reducing inflammation, boosting circulation, and bolstering testosterone. When you combine stress management, nutrient-dense foods, pelvic floor exercises, and water, you're giving your body all it needs to function as it has in the past. For a few weeks, gentlemen, try this easy procedure. You might be surprised by the changes if you remain consistent. Dr. Sophia Carter is here to remind you that vitality does not end with age. You can feel strong, energized, and confident if you adopt the proper behaviors.